Hey, finally I made it on this thing. I thought I would never be able to come on. Hey, everybody. Okay, hold on. Let me try to fix the. Uh. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little while before so everybody can come in so I don't have to repeat myself. But I hope you all are doing well. Hold on, let me check the comments. I don't see a comment. Hi, Kia. If I say your name wrong again, sorry. Hi, Hadassah. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Ava. Hi, Genesis. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Kalia. Or Kalia. Kalia. Kelly. Hi. Oh my goodness. So, obviously, welcome to the Be True series, the third one. I had a guest for today, but again, with like all of my moving process. Okay, let me close the door actually. This door is really loud. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry if you guys hear. Oh my gosh, this thing didn't even close. Okay, okay. All right. Anyways, but yeah. So what was I saying? Because of the moving process, I just moved that guest to tomorrow. So tomorrow I will have a guest, but today I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about obviously moving in, when it's the best time to move in with your partner or whatever, because I was reading the comments on my last video and I was pretty shocked, but I don't know why I would be shocked, because I put my business out there for other people to. I mean, that's internet. That's society. So that's what happens when you put your business out there. But hi, Tiggs. And hi, Breezy, K, Brianna, T, Mitchell. But yeah, I just wanted to have a conversation. Sorry, I'm nervous and I'm excited because I've been really wanting to talk to you guys about this. And I realized that my fault is that I did not give you guys a background. Okay, not that I feel like. Also, I don't want you guys to, like, for me, I'm a very private person. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I feel like I could help other girls or other people out there, I wouldn't put my business on the internet. But because I feel like there's been so much not good representations of relationships on YouTube, and a lot of girls seem to be struggling and just with advice on certain things within their relationship and just certain things. I just feel like I have stuff to offer, and I want you guys to just be a part of my journey, just so you can see. And my journey may consist of mistakes. I mean, that's what journeys are for, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I wanted to give you guys like a background. I am okay. I'm really good, Brianna. I'm kind of like all over the place because, again, I've been in the moving process and I just moved my stuff over. It was just like a lot, and I just finished eating and I'm very excited. I have a lot to say, so I'm trying to like woosah. But yeah, so let me give you a backstory first. I'm going to give you a backstory on my relationship a little bit. Again, like I said, I'm not used to telling my business, so I'm still going to be pretty private with the things that I want to be private with, but I am going to try to give you enough information on to help whoever out there that needs help. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about my kind of the basis of my relationship, and then go into what I think about couples moving in together, and kind of touch on the comments that I received and answer any other questions you guys have after. So first thing is, obviously me and my boyfriend have been together for 7 years. And we decided we're a couple that we move slow. Like, we've always moved slow in the relationship. Like, when we first got together, we met in high school, I think the end of junior year. And then when we went to college, because we both went to college, even though I didn't finish, but we were in separate colleges. His college was like I don't even know, like, what is 2 to 4 hours away. I don't even remember. I think it was 2 hours, right?
4.
Oh, 4 hours away. So we were pretty much long distance. I mean, we wouldn't see each other like, probably every 2-3 weeks sometimes or whatever. So he would come visit. So we had our time, and we liked the fact that we were long distance, so we could have our own time in our own space to have fun. And honestly, it was like whatever happens, happens. If he decided he went to college and found something, saw somebody or whatever, like I'm not ever a type of girl that's like, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I'm like, go to your parties, be free, have your time. Even for me, I was an introvert, but thankfully I had a cousin that went to a college that kind of forced me to go to parties and just get that side of you out, because it's like, I mean, if you have a relationship in high school, a lot of the problem is when you get out of it and you try to continue the relationship, it's like you're not, some people don't feel like they can have as much fun and enjoy their freedom. So but we did. So again, we had all of our fun with blah blah blah. I mean, it wasn't even together, we had most of our fun with other people. But then yeah, so that's happened, and then life happened, whatever. Fast forward, he moved, came back closer. Oops. He came closer. I mean, I don't even know. How do I describe this? Anyways, fast forward, without giving too much detail, we ended up moving separately. And we lived for separately because, again, we didn't want to move in. Our main goal was always to move in before marriage, but not typically for religious reasons. We just felt like it was good because we both wanted to experience our freedom for as long as we could, because we wanted to move slow and enjoy that. We enjoyed our independence, and we know that sometimes rushing into a relationship or rushing into moving together and doing stuff really fast, it could hurt the relationship. And we were trying to grow separately ourselves. Like, I had my stuff going on, he had his stuff he wanted to work on. So we were doing that for a long time. So point blank is, I've seen a lot of comments on enjoy your time and blah blah blah. Listen, we are probably, I know no other couple who has decided to take the route that we have. I mean, we've met people who are married in the less time than we are, and we've been together. And then we obviously talk about marriage, we want that. I mean, not that it's anybody's business, but it's just like, we're choosing to wait because we want to, for our own personal reasons, we want to just wait until we're at a good financial place and stuff like that. So just to set the record straight, we good over here, okay? I'm a smart, I look young, I sound young, but I'm pretty mature for my age. I'm very close with my mom, my family, everybody. I talk about all these things from people who are in successful marriages and relationships. And I'm not just some young I feel like people look at everybody who uploads on YouTube because there's so much, I guess, not good representation. You guys see YouTube couples and the drama and the getting together, then breaking up, and we not like that. We were together strong before this, and this is why I'm hesitant to even bring him on YouTube, because I like my I don't want to put my relationship out there. I don't want to be couples goals or whatever. I'm just here to help any other girls that I can, in their relationship, and help out, because I feel strongly about relationships. So yeah, so I feel like that's pretty much the basics to touch on. That's our journey. We are a different type of couple now. Every couple's, they can do their own thing, but we really value independence and space. And that is why, if you guys look at my videos, I am very nervous about this transition. Not because I don't feel like I'm technically ready, and low key, I don't feel like, I'm an overthinker, and I'm so used to how we've been. Like, we never used to spend so much time together because, again, we were doing our separate things. So, of course, I'm going to be scared because it's a new chapter. It's something different. Even if we waited until marriage, I would have still been scared, because it's like that. I'm not used to that. And doesn't mean I'm not excited. I'm very excited to do this. I've wanted to do it for a while and all that stuff. So that's just the basis on that. So as far as how we decided that we were actually going to move in together. So the story is, I lived with my roommate. I moved in with my roommate last year on June 1st. And then, we had our time. That was my time. I had a year. Before that, I lived with my cousins. So I kind of they were preparing me. I had to pay bills there. Like, I was kind of independent, kind of still. I was buying my own food. I was doing certain things. So, I mean, I had moved out of my house, my mom's place, a long time ago prior to whatever. But then when I moved in with my friend, it was more like the big, it was kind of more of a big adjustment as far as paying bigger bills and, so I had that time. And yes, if I'm honest, I did, again, our initial plan for me and my boyfriend was to wait until marriage. So I expected to be living on my own or with my best friend for maybe a couple years, 2-3 years before, deciding to move in or whatever. But because my friend ended up telling me kind of in a short notice that she was actually not gonna renew the lease, and because because of her personal things were okay, but I just, I was thinking like, oh, should I get my own place? Or, which is like, I know I'm not necessarily ready to get my own place. Like, could I do it? Yes. But would I be really tight and struggling? Probably. And then I was like, well, I don't obviously want to move back to my cousins. Do I want to move back to my mom's? Not necessarily. And then, I was talking about it with my boyfriend, and he ended up mentioning like, why don't we, I know that we've had our plan, but it kind of makes sense. And again, to people who are, I forgot to do this disclaimer, but if you are, I don't like to talk about religion or anything like that because that's a touchy subject. And I don't like to go into it because everybody has their levels to different stuff. But obviously we're doing things whatever way. So if you are, anti moving in or doing stuff before marriage, then that is totally okay, and I respect that. But I am not okay when other people try to force their views and experience on other people. Like, I don't mind. I promote everybody having their own opinion and experience. And this is the channel that I don't mind. Like, even in the comments, I don't mind that. But it's like, I want you guys to be a little more open-minded and mindful of other people's experience, and know that everybody don't have to do it your way. Like, there's multiple ways. So that part. Also, my cousins that I used to live with, they actually, really, they actually, what was I saying? That caught me off guard. Yeah, they actually moved in together like when they were in college, and they are in a successful marriage. They have been together for a long time. They didn't do the original way, and they actually, like, I look up to them. I mean, they're even surprised I took so long to move with my boyfriend. So pretty much saying that I talk to other people outside. Like, anyways, okay, I'm going off a tangent. What was I saying before? I don't even remember what I was saying before. But I'm just so excited to talk about this and just to like share whatever. But I totally forgot what I was saying. But anyways, when you are determining if you want to move in with somebody or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, you should probably, the first thing that we did, again, like I said, we talked it out. We had a conversation. Oh yeah, that was, sorry. I'm jumping around. So yeah, we talked it out at first. Me and my boyfriend, he was like, you should move in, and then, or should we do this? And then I was like, well, honestly, we kind of looked at the pros and the cons, which you should do. Like, we literally was like, what are the pros of moving in? What are the cons? The only con was that we didn't wait until marriage. So, again, if you are super religious, and you have whatever your view, then of course, a lot of the times that will probably be enough for people. But for us, that's not enough. Like, it's like, if we're both, I'm not about to go struggle financially and force myself into a 1-bedroom or go move back if I don't have to. And then again, I have a good example like my cousins who moved in together, got a house together, doing so well, have kids, have like their marriage is super successful. They're happy, they're in love still to this day. So it's like, it's possible. You just have to have communication and other good examples around you. So yeah, and then after we discussed it within each other, then of course I'm really close to my mom, so I talked to my mom about it. I'm really close with my grandmother, so I talked to my grandmother about it. I got their approval. They were even excited because they know what type of woman I am, and I'm a mature. I've always been mature for my age, and I was raised right. So and I have a good man, okay? Like, yeah, so that's all good, important. I mean, he was there through for the talk, and he, whatever. So, and he even talked to his mom. So we got our points of view. So that's what I would say. Get your points of view from your family member. If you have like good role models, or if you close, I would say do that after you have a talk with your boyfriend or whatever, and you weigh out the pros and the cons. And if the pros outweigh the cons, then I think, why not? Especially if you have your approval from whatever family, or even if you don't, sometimes people's families are different. But so yeah, so that's what we did, and then that's how we kind of came up with everything. It's just like it just makes sense. And we are of course we are nervous because, again, like I said, this is not normal. I mean, a lot of couples that we know are usually used to being around each other 24/7, but we never even, that's just not how we rolled. We were like, we would see each other for 1 week, and then we wouldn't see each other for, even when we had separate places, I would not even come over his place. Like, I'll come over his place for like 1 week, and then we wouldn't even see each other again for the next 2 to 3 weeks, because that's just how we function. We wanted to give ourselves space for growth and to have time, to have our time apart. And, you know, so anyways, that just explains, my fears and my whatever, and I overthink everything, but that doesn't mean that I'm not excited and all that stuff. So I just feel like for anybody that's out there and you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and you're trying to figure out if you want to move in, take those steps, and also be careful of who you get your advice from, because if the person that you're getting your advice from doesn't have what you want, as in a successful relationship or marriage, or is happy, is thriving, like, don't listen to them. Like, I don't mind people putting their 2 cents in the comments, but most likely in the nicest way possible. That doesn't mean nothing to me because I don't know you people. Like, not in a mean way. I'm not even talking about to those, because I know people who's supportive and who follow me from day one, and those people know me, so they're probably not going to leave whatever comments. But like, I'm not about to take advice from somebody to tell me no, don't move in. Like, because I don't know who are you. Like, who are you? You probably, like, and then people try to base, just because they went whatever route and that didn't work out for them, oh, you shouldn't do it because it didn't work. No, like, everybody's relationship, you don't know what goes on in my relationship. We're built on a strong, like, so I know and I appreciate everybody's, concerns, because people, want to try to help, but I don't need help. I just decide to put out my vlogs and my journey to show you guys. I'm not asking for help because I have all the help. I don't even need help. I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I have supportive people, adults like in my family, good examples that are helping me and are guiding me and my boyfriend through this process. So, if that is a problem, then I probably feel like, I don't know if I should document, even though I want to. But if it's like every time, like, I know there's still going to be people, because that's just a part of the internet. But I mean, the main people, this is just for anybody, like, you guys, like, just know that I'm cool, okay? So I think that kind of sums up everything. I'm sorry I had to be real tough, and like, it may come off mean to some people. Again, I said, if you're sensitive or if you're closed-minded, this is not going to be a video for you. But I'm not sugarcoating this, because what I'm not going to do is be like those people who, I'm not going to just be like, I don't know how to describe it, but I always see people on YouTube and people attacking them or telling them what they should and shouldn't do. Like, I don't appreciate that. And I know that's just what's going to come because of that. I'm on the internet, but I'm very, like, sure of myself. And I'm not like most people you see on YouTube. We're not the relationship like you see most people on YouTube. Like, we have built a strong foundation, and again, no worries, no worries. So yeah, all right. So after that long rant, okay, I don't know. I see you guys talking. I mean, but I'm not. I had to get that out because I was just like, I get passionate in this type of stuff, and I don't know. Again, I hate. I don't like when people try to tell me what I can and can't do, especially when it's like, is your stuff good? Are you in a good successful relationship? Like, how you gonna tell me, like, no, I've never liked those people that try to tell you what you should do when they stuff isn't all. Why would I take advice? Like a smoker, a person that smokes telling another person that they shouldn't smoke. Like, what is, like, not, and that, again, I don't know, but I'm just saying in general, not even just based off of comments, but even in life, people try to tell me stuff, and I'm like looking at them and their situation, like, how you gonna tell me when you don't? I don't even, So don't take advice from people that you don't want to be like, okay? So, and that are not living the life that you want to live. And that's just it. So, all right, let me answer any questions. Does anybody have any more questions? I know I ranted a long time and I'm losing my voice. And again, I may seem like mad, but I'm not mad. If you guys can't tell, whenever I'm passionate about something, I talk loud because that just runs in my family. My family has a whole bunch of loud women. And when we get passionate, we kind of like, that's just what happens. But yeah. But yes, again, I don't mind everybody speaking their opinions. I'm open to it. It's just like when it comes to people being judgmental or telling somebody what they should and shouldn't do, I gotta lay it straight, because I'm not them YouTubers that you see, them YouTube girls who just be reckless and everything like that. That's not me. I'm sorry. All right. I am low-key losing my voice. Does anybody have any, I hope that cleared up everything. I think so. And also, it's like now I really do see why people don't put their business out there. Like, I see it. I understand now, because just with that, I got like, and then, I mean, even with the last video I put out with my boyfriend, when a long time ago, when he was like, he was answering hair questions while I was doing my hair, and the comment section it's atrocious. It's like it's literally like, I just can't believe how so many people are so quick to judge when they're not perfect. Like, it really saddens me. And anybody that takes the time out of their day to say something rude to somebody else just shows who they truly are. I just want you guys to know that, like, rude comments and negative comments do not affect me at all. If anything, I look at them and I'm just like, dang, man, whatever's going on in your life, I'm sending a lot of love to you, because clearly you need it. Like, that's why people get mad at seeing hate comments, and I'm just like, I don't see, like, hate comments expose who you truly are. Like, low-key, if I was a hater, I would not go take my time to put it out, because it's just showing who you are. It's showing that you're not happy and something's going on in your life, and stuff like that. This is going off into a tangent, but this is just for anybody who maybe you're trying to do something in life and people saying things to bring you down. Don't view that and make you feel bad. Feel bad for them, because I mean, who in their right minds are in a happy life and would take the time to write or tell you something negative about you, So, okay, I know, guys. I'm going off. I'm going into a tangent. This is stuff I like now, okay? I will give you a discussion. We can talk about debates here and there. Like, this is what I enjoy doing, okay? Talking, debating, stuff like that. But thank you, Miracle. I give it to my parents, and I'm close with my family, so and we have these talks all the time. My mom is like my mom is a Virgo, so she don't sugar. I mean, not that that means anything, but my mom is very like tell you like it is, like don't sugarcoat nothing. But yeah, so I'm very close with my mom, and I've have a lot of conversations with older people. So I know what I'm doing, guys. Okay. um. Thank you, Genesis. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I'm just trying to read your comments. And also, oh yeah, so let me touch on the fact of rushing in a marriage. Like the fact that people, I'm not even surprised to be honest. Cause I be seeing people's. I don't get that many rude or mean comments, honestly. I just be seeing other people's comments and be like, how I. People are crazy, but I shouldn't even. I shouldn't even acknowledge it, but if you decide that you want to wait a while to get married, that is your decision. You don't need to rush into a marriage just because you've been with somebody for 7. That is the dumbest thing I've ever like. That's the reason why there's so many divorces. Like the divorce rate is so high because people feel like they should do something or because they've been in a relationship. Like the heck, how does that even make any sense? Please tell me. Please tell me what what is the logic in rushing to marry just because you feel like you've been with somebody for so long when that doesn't guarantee you guys to stay together for a long time. Marriage is not a seal that you won't get divorced. So shouldn't you try to make sure you stay in the relationship as long as you can without getting married with them to ensure that you like the person before deciding, to tie that knot so you can lower your chances of getting a divorce, Like I feel like people move so fast in this world, and that's why a lot of relationships don't work out because you end up marrying a person that you truly don't even know, and it's just really sad. So again, me and my boyfriend are very different. Like we're people look at us like, what the heck, you guys are weird, you don't do whatever, but it's because like we like to take our time and we don't want to make sure that, I mean, at this point we're pretty sure that we want to be together for the rest of our lives. But even with moving in together, I mean, I did want to wait until after marriage. I mean, but I also look at it like, I mean, Lord forbid we do move together and we end up not liking each other or whatever the case may be, which I doubt. I know that's probably not going to happen, but hypothetically speaking, I honestly will have loved that because then I didn't go through that whole marriage process and stuff like that. That would suck, if I decide to marry him and then after living with him and seeing who he really is, which is, I mean, not, I'm just saying that's usually the case for a lot of people. And then you have to go through the whole divorce when you could have just did a trial before and saw how it worked out. And again, if you if your religion or whatever you stand for, if that's not the way, then you do it your way. But I'm saying, as far as logically speaking or preventing whatever, I mean, not to say that everything can prevent, but Okay. Whoo! This is a topic. Kiki, I know you did not just ask me what products I'm using. Don't you see me talking about relationships? What in this world? I'm just kidding. I just thought that was so random. That's like, I have the same products I had in my hair in my last video where I did the, what did I say? It was the vlog. It was my last week in my life of hair. Week in my hair video where I put a leave-in conditioner and an oil in my hair. So I've still been rocking my natural actual hair, as in like not putting any styling products or anything in it. And I found this really cute little like clip, this little thing, if you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably, I don't know, but it's like a butterfly clip that I found while I was unpacking my stuff or packing or whatever. I swear when you pack up you find so much stuff. But yeah, okay, so anyways, I guess I could do. I feel like I've said everything I need to say, honestly. But I'm gonna see if there's any questions. You guys have any for other questions or whatever about anything? Do you think this includes? Do you think this includes being engaged to someone? Because some people wait years before marriage, staying engaged, or they take a couple of weeks. What do I think you waiting? Wait, do you think? Well, I don't know because I've never been engaged, so I can't really speak on what happens when you're engaged. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Any questions? Questions. I got a lot to do. Like, I just moved all my stuff from my place to my boyfriend's place because we're gonna be staying at his current place for until the lease is up, and then we're gonna move and get our own place together, which I'm more excited about because we're gonna have a lot more space. And then we decided we're gonna get a 2 bedroom so I can have my own office space and have my own space in my own room. Thank goodness, because if anything, that's what I'm nervous about. Because me and my boyfriend are opposites attract. We are the definition of that. And I'm more scatterbrained, unorganized, the creative art person, all over the place. And he's more type A, everything neat, everything, so that's our only main concern as far as, I mean, but we know that about each other anyway. So obviously we've talked about, and that's another thing, we talked about our expectations. So what do we expect of each other before moving in? And then, obviously we talk about finances or whatever, or talk about who, what, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so just me being here over quarantine, yes, we have butted heads on just like my stuff being everywhere and him whatever liking his stuff his way, and he's an only child, so he's used to having his stuff just the way he wants it, and I'm used to having a big family with a whole bunch of kids and chaos going on. So it's just funny just having to deal with that. So I'm like, can't wait till I can have my own room at least. I'm so happy he's down for that. So I can be able to, have my thing. I'm like, don't even come in the room. That's gonna be my little space. And I'm gonna clean it up at the end of the day when I can. But yeah, so how has that been for you? How has what been for me? Let's see what you guys are talking about here. Slow and steady does win the race, Celine. Oh, any advice for someone who may not have any support whatsoever? My entire family is super religious, but my views are like yours. Ooh, so honestly, I feel like if you don't have anybody in your family, I mean, honestly, maybe look at, well, I don't know, it's just tough. I mean, at that point, you just have to feel, I mean, because you don't need other people's support, honestly. I mean, it's your life at the end of the day. And you have to be honest with yourself and your boyfriend or girlfriend. And like I said, talk it out a lot. Me and my boyfriend talked about every single thing, okay? And and for me, I'm very communicative. Like, I ask him and talk about questions, and I'm not afraid to ask him whatever, even if it's 1,000 questions, even if it's super personal questions. And thankfully he's open to answering, or we're very good at communication. So I feel like you just have to communicate whatever fears, uncertainties, what's going to happen if you do move in. Again, making sure you write out your pros and your cons. Make sure there's more pros, and like, if you don't have any other people to talk to about it, then you just have to discuss it within you and your boyfriend. And if you are ready and you feel like you both are ready, and and everything aligns up and makes sense, then I feel like you should go for it. I mean, it's not the end of the world. If it doesn't work out, then I feel like it's better for you to know early if it doesn't work out, so you don't so you don't mess up your life. So many people are in relationships and feel stuck because they're older or whatever, but it's like, why not get it out the way and try out? If you do move in together and it don't work out, then yes, it's sad, but at least you know you knew. So life is too short to wait around or whatever, especially if you're ready. I mean, that's how you figure out if something works, if you try it and, it doesn't. So, I mean, of course, I say you can read books on that or, whatever, or listen to maybe podcasts of successful people and their marriages or whatever. If you can find that, I'm sure there's stuff out there like that. But I mean, as far as that, you don't necessarily need anybody's approval, especially if you're a grown woman. I mean, if you're an adult or man or whatever you are, I'm pretty sure you're a woman. It's just, you just have to be prepared and probably look up, like, I mean, tips for people moving together young or whatever. I mean, you don't have to, but again, like I said, just make sure you have good open communication with you and whoever you're moving in with, and making sure that you are ready and understand that yes, other people are going to judge you, but it's not you. What are you going to do, live for somebody else? I mean, you only have one life. So I mean, yes, it sucks that people in your family are probably going to look at you whatever type of way. I mean, I'm sure people in my family didn't understand the fact that I decided to take a break from college, but I'm the type of person that's like, okay, like, you can whatever, like, I don't care, because it's like that is not their life, and I will refuse to live my life according to please somebody else. That's like, no, I value my life too much, and I know life is short. So I just, maybe it's easier said than done for other people, but I don't know, that's just how I am. It's distracting. Okay. No, you're fine, Kiki. I was just kidding. We've been together for 7 years. Like, yes. Did you do like those secret products you tried before in your video? Oh yeah. Okay. So those, Maria, thanks for asking. So I revealed the products. I mean, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know what products they were. But I did a video for them because I ended up working with them because I like the products and everything like that, and I just love I just love the whole. So go watch my Instagram video to see that video of me trying out the products, showing you guys the products, telling you about the products. It's a quick like video on my Instagram, and my Instagram is JessCreationss like this. So yeah, definitely go check it out because I love those products. I recently got married and my husband and I moved in together. It was rough at first, but it takes an adjustment. It definitely takes an adjustment. Especially, I mean, of course. That's why again with me, I mean, I'm making sure, of course, you won't know until you're actually in it. But I'm more of like, I've been really bombarding my boyfriend about like asking him questions about, okay, so who's gonna do this? Do you expect this? Blah blah blah. So there's no surprises when we do get. And then we've been together for so long, even though we weren't together. I mean, the times that I would be here, I mean, because we weren't like living with each other, like we know each other by now. I mean, again, I'm sure there's going to be things when we move in that's maybe different, but again, also that's why we are doing this. Is something that I wanted him to do. I was like, I want to go to everybody that we know in our family, like his parents, my cousins, and I want to sit down and all four of us or whatever talk out and get advice from everybody, and be like, what would be your advice on for us to take? Not and everybody's experience is different, so it doesn't mean we have to do exactly what they say, but I like to get advice from older and wiser people, and then just use that to come up with my own, just to keep it in the back of my head. It may not exactly apply to my situation, but it's like, uh-oh, I don't know what happened. Sorry, my phone, it just cut off on me. I think YouTube was telling me I was talking too dang much. Sorry. Can you guys see me now? Let me know. Are we back? Are we rolling? Okay, cool. I see why your parents think it's time now because you have been together for so long. I mean, yeah, too. That helps. I mean, of course, I feel like most parents' concern is going to be obviously getting pregnant. Because and that's what I got from, I mean, my parents, my parents, like my mom, my grandma, they know who I am. They know for dang sure I'm not trying to have any kids, and I'm not reckless out here like a lot of girls are. Like, or boys, just young adults are. Me and my boyfriend are very smart, and we are not reckless. I'm just put it like that. So that ain't happening. Okay, let me just tell you that right there. So, and then everybody's different, blah blah blah. As far as whatever religion, of course, I have to just add that in. That's just different for everybody. But yeah, so we're smart about what we do. And so, and they know that, and they understand that. So it's like, and I'm an adult at the end of the day. So it's like, so yeah, I mean that does help. I mean, honestly, you just your character, and just of course they are very close to my boyfriend. They know how we both are. They trust us both, and yes, we've been together for so long. Again, we've been together longer than some people have been married. So it's like, I mean, at this point, we might as well be married. But again, we're waiting because we don't want to rush, and we want to be in a good financial position and everything like that before we do that, because that is our values. That's okay if that's not yours, but that's just what we prefer. Um, and yeah, so it's like, why not? Yeah, there's literally no. Like most people would have been like living together by this point. So yeah. Oh, thank you. What are some of the challenges I have faced, me and my boyfriend have faced? I think the main challenges are just the fact that we are opposites attract. Like it gives us, like, opposites attract can work, but it does take some patience and understanding. But I do like opposites attract. Like, I'm happy to have somebody. I mean, although opposites attract, as in more like we grew up differently. Like, again, he was the only child, and his parents are a lot older, and I grew up with a family that is huge. And my parents are a little on the younger age, so I grew up in a young, big, lively, crazy family, and his family is more reserved and very smaller. And yeah, so I grew up with chaos, and he grew up with organization. So I function off of that, and he so just that's the main thing. It's just like the way we function and the way we do certain things are different. So yeah, so I think that's just mainly a challenge. Just like, oh, for example, what's something that's been in quarantine, like with my cleaning. I don't clean up as I go, as he would say. I'm the type of person that will probably like leave my stuff out, like especially with me being here and filming. Like when I'm filming, my area could get so just messy because I'm like trying to film and trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, and he's like, or even if I'm cooking, like I'm the type of person that would probably wait towards the end of the day to clean up. And that's what I'm used to. Like my family had a time of clean up. It was never more like clean up as you go. Like, but he's like, why would you want to function in a whole bunch of mess? And I'm just like, because I'm used to it. And it's gonna get cleaned. So why would I take the time out of my day when I'm so busy already to try to hurry up and clean up everything as I go? But yeah, so that's been our thing. But it's like now that we're living together, I can't just, like how, if you guys notice my room, it'd be like a tornado sometimes. From the vlogs, if you guys watch any of my vlogs, Yeah, I can be very scatterbrained and I can function in disorganization. Yes, I said it because that's just how I grew up, with a big family with a lot of kids. So it wasn't as orderly or whatever. But yeah, but I have to respect the fact that since we're living together and I want him to, feel comfortable. And then for me too, it helps me as well in a sense, because I mean, I could definitely say being with him, I'm a lot more organized, but I'm not perfect. So I would just say organization, just cleanliness, arguing about that. Uh, what else? I mean, not anything big. It's more just stuff that he feels like I'm slacking on, or I feel like he's slacking on. As far as me, like, I'm a procrastinator and he's not. So he doesn't understand why I take forever. I'll push something off that's important in his eyes for me to do and get done when I could do it and not be so stressed out because I can, as a procrastinator. I mean, that's just how I function. So just functioning, just the way that we function is different, and that's what we may butt heads on. But I mean, and other than that, that's the only thing that I could really like think of. Yeah, yeah, pretty much that. um, reading the comments. How old am I and my boyfriend? I am 24 and my boyfriend is 24. He will be 25 in November. So we got together when we were, I don't know, 18, I believe. Maybe that's wrong math. 7 years: 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Look, I'm counting on my fingers. Okay, maybe that's not right, actually. I don't know. You guys can do the math. This is why I suck at math. I'm just kidding. I can do the math. I'm just being lazy. Um, I'm trying to go through the questions to see if you guys have any other questions before I leave. How have I've been on the live for almost an hour. Okay, that's not bad. Um, no. Okay, I was trying to read any comments. Oh, you're 24 too? Nat, how long would you say it took you to become comfortable living together? Well, we're not quite, I mean, I guess technically we are living together now, but we didn't like, quarantine was like like the test to see if we were even like prepared to move in together. If we could even function, because before quarantine we probably was never around each other for more than 2 weeks. So yeah, just being with him, living with him, consistently, and seeing him consistently for like more than 2 weeks was something different for us. And yes, that's weird because we've been together for 7 years. But yeah, like that's not normal. So I mean, I don't, so I mean, what was the question? I forgot the question. How long would you say it become comfortable? Oh, okay. So yeah, but because we've been together for so long, we've always been, I mean, over time you just get comfortable with each other. The only thing, and we're very, I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, just over time you just get more comfortable with somebody. That's just it. And then obviously moving in, I mean, like it depends on what you're talking about as far as comfortable. And like using the bathroom around each other or something like that. I mean, I don't. I mean, even till this day, I like to close the door when I'm using the bathroom. He's a little more open or whatever, but I like to like have my at least space or whatever. As far as what, like, I don't know. We're pretty comfortable at this point, just because we've been together for so long. But what is your like main concern as far as comfort? Um. Oh, your husband just turned 25 in April. You'll be 22 this October. Oh, wow. So, are you in a Libra angel? I just say that because my friend's birthday is in October. My best friend. Yeah, so I mean I feel like I'm gonna be on here for another like up I guess until an hour. So if you guys, I'm pretty sure I've touched on it on everything by now. You guys get the gist of everything, and I really want to continue this series. I just have to keep reminding myself that this is the internet, which I don't mind. I don't mind opinions, but it just rubs me the wrong way and frustrates me when people start being aggressive and they also start being judgy. Like, I don't do judgment. Like, I don't, you guys should know, don't even get me started. I think that's my biggest pet peeve. People who are judgmental and closed-minded, I can't deal with. I can't be around them. I can't befriend them. Like, I would never judge. Even if somebody had a different view than I did, I would never take the time to, like, yes, of course, we're in a discussion and it's like, oh, well, I think this and they think that. People on the internet need to respect other people's, uh, like, opinions, and for the people who are very judgmental and closed-minded, I feel sorry for those people who have kids because their kids are going to not be able to live their life and be free because they're going to have so many, like, that's just, why would you don't be like that, guys. If you're very judgmental and it's hard for you to see people's point of view, that's not a good way to be at all. And it's just, it limits you because it's just like, yeah, people on, you guys, some people need to be, I know most of you, people that's watching me probably are not like that, but I'm just like, that's what I just don't understand. Like, I'm all for everybody having their different opinions and everything, but don't be judgmental because you're not perfect. Like, you are not perfect at all. Everybody has something that they probably shouldn't have done or did or whatever. So let's not act like fake here. And I'm not perfect either, okay? And I'm not here to be somebody's role model. Like, you can look up, I mean, like, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I do things that you guys probably are, whatever. Everybody's different, but that doesn't mean that just because I may do something that you don't agree with, that, you need to, like, that. You guys get what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like people here by now know we're on the same page, but it's more of just like people who are coming and don't know the person on the channel, and then they try to, like, you know, be be all up in it, act like they know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, a miracle. I just can't. Whose idea was it? It was my. I mean, we both kind of already had it in our heads, but my boyfriend was the one who actually, like, was like, well, I was thinking we should do this, when I did tell him about my situation, about me trying to figure out what I was gonna do because my roommate wasn't gonna renew her lease. So, I mean, again, it was something in our minds, but it was more like, I guess he was the first one to, like, actually outwardly say it. Even though I kind of had the thought, but I was just like, well, I'll just make it work. But yeah. You're the first of the day of Scorpio? Oh, wow. And the person, oh, wow. Aries and Scorpio? Oh, aren't those two fire signs? Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really keep up with all that. But yeah, my boyfriend is a Scorpio too, and I'm an Aquarius. If that means anything to anybody. I'm just trying to read. Oh, oh. And And it's funny because I was telling my boyfriend about all this. Let me just tell you guys, people read comments, okay? Especially me. It's just funny because I was reading the comments and I was just like, oh, I have to. I was literally about to go on live last night, like at 2 something when I was reading them. Just like, I mean, I know there's probably going to be more because most people are most likely not going to watch this video. Hopefully they are. I mean, I guess I'll just literally direct them to this video because I don't have the patience to keep repeating myself to different people. I'm sorry. Like, maybe people think that's a part of the job because I'm on social media, but I don't have time. That's draining. I'm not about to keep responding to people who's telling me that blah, 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 I should blah, blah, blah because of blah, blah, blah. So, that's just not happening. But yeah, I was talking to it with my boyfriend, and I was like going on a whole rant. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody thinks that they just don't understand and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I thought about it. I was like, should I get my boyfriend on here? At least not on here, on camera, but like next to me somewhere outside of the camera so he can like put his 2 cents in. But my boyfriend's a little more blunt than I am. You guys, if anybody thinks I'm blunt, meet a Scorpio. They will tell you like it is in the coldest way. And yeah, I'm like, no, never mind. You're gonna hurt some feelings because some people are like, even though it's not out of meanness, some people are just more like, look, it is what it is. But he's not worried about it. He knows that people are like, I mean, everybody has their own opinion or whatever, which everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, I was just like, dang, what has the internet done? What has all these girls? Everybody thinks that like there can't be any success. I mean, of course there are people on YouTube that have successful, but I'm just like, man, people. Oh wow. I'm not moving. Oh, did I look like I was paused real quick? No, I'm not moving. I was just trying to read your comments. I'm trying to see if anybody else has any more questions before I go. This is the Be True series. Hopefully you guys learned some things. Okay, I hope you guys got the gist of everything. Like I said, be weary, be weary, or don't follow people's advice or don't take other people's advice that you don't want to be like. Okay, so that's that part. If somebody's telling you what you should be doing and you look at their life and it's not where you would want to be, then you probably don't need to listen to them. No, you don't need to listen to them. I don't care if this is your mom, your dad, your cousin, your brother, your mom. I mean, of course we want to respect our mom. Doesn't mean you don't have to respect them, but you can listen to what they're saying and in the back of your head be like, okay, but I see you with your situation. I don't want to be in that situation. So you're telling me, like, listen to people that are unsuccessful or doing successful. Use that advice, even if you gotta listen on a podcast or YouTube video or whatever, or books or whatever. There's stuff out there. Obviously, be super communicative with your partner. Communicate everything. If you cannot communicate or you're uncomfortable with communicating in your relationship, then that's not a good sign. Okay, that is not a good sign. So you have to make sure you can talk to your partner about everything, every concern, and weigh out the pros and the cons, and make sure you guys are on the same page as far as your roles, what they expect, because some people are different. Some people are like, I expect you to come home when I get off of work and have a clean house and food on the table or whatever. People are just different. So make sure you know what you're going into and you guys come up with a meeting point. And yeah, obviously talk about finances, because that's another thing that's going to be serious, and stuff like that. So, I mean, just communicating, that's it. And just do what you want. This is your life, okay? Girl watching this, I know there's so many judgmental people, including our families. And you know what? I don't judge them because they grew up differently. Like, especially if you have older parents, they grew up in a whole different world, generation, and a lot of things have changed, okay? Um, and they may be saying those things because they feel like that's the best for you, but you got to do what you feel like is the best for you, and you have to understand that mistakes are lessons, okay? So it's okay if you try something and it fails, but I mean that's just a teaching, that's just a lesson for you. But I don't want you guys to do something that you know is not going to make you happy just based off of whatever somebody else tells you. Like, then you're not living life right. And life is too short to, again, like I said, live somebody else's life that they wish they could have did. Trial and error. Thank you so much, Miracle. All right, so I guess that is the end of this. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, and if you are, yeah, again, everybody has their own, so what you said, that is a good point as well, Vera. If you are, I don't like saying certain things because I feel like everybody has their own opinion when it comes to religions and everything like that. But there are that is important as well. But tomorrow I will be doing the V2 series. Is most likely going to be on 12. They're at 12:30 as well. But if you guys may, what am I saying? If you guys would like to be a part of the V2 series, if you have a struggle or a topic or something that you're struggling with that you feel like is common, or maybe if you feel like it's not talked about enough, such as like we talked about today, and you want to get on a live with me, you want to chat with me and talk to everybody and share your struggles, and we can talk it out and blah blah blah, then DM me whatever thing that you would like to talk about, or when you want to be on the series, or blah blah blah, or if you're interested. And on my Instagram at JessCreationss, DM me and maybe you can get on the show. But I can't wait for you guys to come back tomorrow and see who we have as a guest. And obviously I'm choosing anybody, so you can have a big following or you can have no following. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's just like, I just want this to be an open chat, open discussion for girls and stuff like that. Okay. Much love to you guys. Thanks for watching and hearing me rant and stuff like that. Hope you learned some things, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like look at the camera, so if my eyes look like it's looking crazy, I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, anyways, okay, bye. If I can turn it off. Okay, bye.